Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabi wa Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. But just going into the topic of hanging on, we're almost out of here. All right. Especially now, all right, you're seeing things heat up. All right, going into World War III, you see things heating up, with the election and just the way, America's going. We're seeing this downfall. We're seeing these prophecies come to pass. All right, and ultimately, this MOTB is on the way. It's just a little bit longer. All right, we just got to endure. Of course, this is Satan's last go around, so we got to fight. All right, but we got to keep that eye south, our eyes single, okay, and keep prayed up. All right, stay prayed up. Stay using the armor, and just remember that the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's almost here. All right, this is Luke 21 and 28. All right, it says, and when these things began to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right, and you can read up, you go into the prophecies, but even now, we see these things, and we should be excited. You see, Russia talking about using these different hypersonic, undetectable ICBMs. All right, you're seeing, all these different countries preparing for war. All right, you see this whole thing about Elon Musk and the Neuralink, a whole lot of witchcraft going on. All right, but ultimately, when we see these things, it should be a form of excitement. All right, a form of, all right, hey, the Lord is working. All right, and have that understanding that, hey, our redemption draweth nigh. Lord's will, we be of that number. Okay, and we're in this fight, and again, the fight is, Satan's coming. That's his job. Is to sift, and it's gonna be that fight of faith until, Lord's will, we be beamed up. But nonetheless, it's gonna be a battle. All right, but you understand that redemption, all right, that salvation is coming. Okay, it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up, lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. I'm gonna jump over here to Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing the time, all right, how do we know the times? Because we're measuring the times. All right, how much more, when we get that much closer to the end, prophecies are just gonna be jumping off the pages even more so than they're doing now. All right, imagine actually being in the time of Jacob's trouble, and all hell's breaking loose. Imagine the MOTB's actually been pushed. It's implemented. All right, so you're on the run. These troops come down. When you see all these things, that okay, it's time. All right, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Yeah, we got to get out of that sleep state. All right, the lullaby that this world tries to lull us back to wickedness. All right, everything, the talking points of these people, hey, making America great again. You have all the doubters who say, things are continuing like they used to be. All right, there's always been wars. There's always been economic downfalls. All right, no, hey, we're at the end. All right, we're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're at the end of this, this kingdom. Okay, America's rule. All right. And now is the time to lock in even more so. Okay, while everybody's being pushed back to sleep, okay, there's so much distractions out there. Get into football, basketball, soccer, all the bread and circuses, all the different programs. It seems like you got a new streaming thing every single day. All right, there's Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all these different, YouTube TV. All these things are meant to lull you back to sleep. All right, but it's time to get up out of that, lock in, all right, and see the Lord working. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right, and this is the point. Our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Our redemption draws nigh. Okay, but it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle. Matthew 24:13, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that's how long we have to go. All right. Now let's just see what it says for endure. Hypomeno, G5278. Hupomeno.
Strong's G 5278. Hupamano. Hupamano.
Hupameno. It says to remain, to tarry behind, to remain, not recede or flee. All right. What does the scripture say? The righteous are as bold as a lion. All right. We resist the devil. The scripture says, resist the devil and he shall flee. So when all these things are coming, when Satan tries to come into your mind, tries to get you to bug out, or Esau's coming, with his tactics and trying to make you bow down to him. Hey, what do? We remain firm. We stand firm. All right. Remember the promise. Remember our power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Remember, hey, the kingdom's here. It's almost here. All right. It says to remain, abide, not recede or flee, to persevere under misfortunes and trials, to hold fast to one's faith in Hamashiach. All right. And that's what we have to do. All right. Because again, like the scriptures say, we haven't resisted unto blood yet. All right. Yeah. We go through the battles day in, day out, our weekly battles, monthly, yearly, whatever the case may be. But you know what? The Lord is going to turn it up. All right. Hey, Esau, what does it say? Revelation, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse. Knowing that he has but a short time, the devil's going to come down with great wrath. All right. And you see the talking points. If Trump actually gets in, he's about to start deporting people. He already said he wants to institute that one, what is it? The Illegal Aliens Act of 1798. All right. Which they used back in the time of the internment camps of the Japanese in World War II. All right. Which all goes into prophecy. Okay, which is all going to be what? Jacob's trouble, and that the devil making war with the those who believe. Okay, it's going to be that one broad stroke. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, he's not gonna differentiate. If I'm saying that right, all right. But this is prophecy. So what do we have to do? It says to persevere under misfortunes and trials, to hold fast to one's faith. And that's above all. Believing in Yahweh Shai. Again, believing in the promises, believing that our salvation is near. No matter what comes upon us. Because again, this is Satan's last go around. Esau doesn't want to give up his rulership easily. So again, he's going to come down with great wrath. It says to endure, bear bravely, calmly, ill treatments. And yes, that's going to happen. Those ill treatments. All right. Real quick, because since I've been quoting it, let me just get it. Because the devil's coming. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So the wrath is coming. Esau knows he has but a short time. He has to pick things up. He's gonna go wild. You're gonna see his true fangs. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. All right, because you're gonna see his wickedness. All right, and he's gonna. Even Trump has been talking about the prophets of doom. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about there's gonna be the war and nuclear destruction. Whatever he said, but he knows. They know. The elites know. All right, not saying Trump is an elite. He's just another puppet. But the ultimate elites know, and they're running the puppet, and they're gonna cause these things to hasten, which really it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're gonna show their real wrath. All right. So this is what we have to look forward to. But again, what did it say? We have to persevere even through misfortunes. All right. That's ultimately it's like a humiliation process. All right, and ultimately it's all a test too. Okay, showing you, do you believe? Being put through all these different situations, do you truly believe in the Lord? Do you believe what he promised? All right, do you believe in these things? And how far are you willing to go? Because what did it say here? He that endureth unto the end. That's how far we need to go. It says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So you have to endure all the way. All right. Well, the elect are going to endure all the way. All right. And Lord's will, we're of that number. All right. Sirach 4:28, it says, strive for the truth unto death. That's how far we're going to have to go. If it means our death. All right. If the scriptures talk about those who are martyrs, hey, that's how far you have to put that in your mind. You're willing to go. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. All right. And see, the Lord is going to be with us every step of the way. If this is our lot, either way, the Lord is going to be with us if we're of the elect. All right. And we have to believe that. And we have to keep fighting. Because you know who else is going to be there? Satan. Every step of the way, trying to make you go left. Trying to make you bug out. Trying to make you get scared. Trying to make you not believe in the promise. All right. So that faith has to outweigh what Satan's coming with. All right. That belief in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has to outweigh what Satan is pushing. All right. Acts 14:22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And this is why we do these lessons. This is why we constantly, from our apostles and elders on down, push the word, all right, which is the ultimate comfort, the ultimate comforter, all right, is the word, which ultimately is Yahweh Shai to understand what's coming. All right. The scriptures say, everything that is written for profit, roughly paraphrasing, That's why you go into the stories, like the three holy children. You go into Daniel in the lion's den. Even in the book of Maccabees, you had the woman and her 7 sons who stood firm, and knowing, all right, and believing in the promise of coming back, all right, and believing in the kingdom. These are all beautiful stories to go through and constantly, run through your head and to build your faith, all right, to see how our forefathers did it, and then likewise, Lord's will, if we are put in those positions, we are the same. We show the same faith, all right. But you got to remember, this place ain't it, all right. This is, well, let me get it. I'll jump back. This isn't our rest. So what are you really losing, okay? Because again, that's what Satan and Esau is going to try and play on, your attachment to this world, okay? Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So we don't have anything here. This isn't our kingdom. These bodies are polluted. Esau has access. Satan has access to these bodies. All right. Esau's done pollute everything. The air is polluted. The water, the food, the clothing, everything that's pushed here, the philosophies, the do as thou wilt. All right. This isn't a society where we're meant to be or meant to thrive. So ultimately, what are you losing? Nothing. All right. To lose this world is nothing. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So we got to arise ye and depart. All right. Now, again, if we come into these situations, and if it need be that we have to lay our lives down, so be it. Remember the scriptures. Remember the promise. All right. Acts 14:22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them, okay, to continue in the faith. Why? Because it's worth it. And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Much tribulation. All right. But again, when we see these things, what did it say? It said, lift up your heads because our redemption draweth nigh. Let's see what tribulation is. The ellipsis, oppressing, pressing together, pressure, metaphor for oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, and straits. So we got to go through it. We got to go through it to get to the kingdom. All right. But remember, it's worth it. Real quick. What is it? Romans, the 8th chapter. Oops. Press the wrong thing. Here we go. Yep, Romans 8 and let me start at verse 16. It says, for the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. This is our belief. Okay? Now, when you get the full understanding, why is that so important? Because if we are children of the Most High, well, it says, and if children, then heirs, or just read it, verse 17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. Okay, so again, if you get that full understanding of knowing and believing that you're an Israelite, well, what is the profit? Was Scripture saying much in every way? All right, the covenants, the promises, the glory, the kingdom is to the Israelites. All right. Even if you were scattered and you called yourself of a different nation, you believed in different gods. Well, if you repent and you believe in Yahushua, you believe in the gospel, that promise is unto you. Even so, it's into all Israel, whether you believe it or not. It's just you're going to have the first fruits and then those who come after. All right? But it's to who? Israel. All right? It tells you that in the next chapter. But it says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with them, that we may also be glorified together. So there's some type of suffering process that has to happen. And again, we're going through it now. All right? And you know, brothers have all these things that they're battling, some more so than others. All right, but you know what, we're gonna come into the next stage when Esau really comes down. All right, and then we're really gonna be tested, but we have to go through it. We're reading it, we have to go through it. These things must be to enter into the kingdom, so we have to have our minds ready. It says, and if so that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together, and the ultimate glorification is coming. Okay, being crowned with Yahushua. It says, for I reckon, this is the point, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So anything that we have to go through on this side is not going to matter when that crowning ceremony happens. All right? When Lord's will be of that number, when we're able to, you know, be crowned and come back and, you know, establish the kingdom, all right, in righteousness and live, all right, and just live. Okay, jump over here, Revelation 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, all right, you know, this belief, this faith, okay, staying true to Yahweh Shem El Shai. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay, and this isn't no, you know, light temptation. All right, this is really going to tempt, what it says, which shall come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's coming upon the whole world, and Esau is going to ultimately try and get you down and back you up against the corner to where he's going to make you think that that's the only option. But we have to remember what Yahweh Shem El Shai, and there's always that option, and that's the only option. All right, that's the mentality you have to have, that Yahweh Shem El Shai is the only option. Okay, it says in this verse 11, behold, I come quickly. All right, our redemption, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right, and what do we have? We have this faith, we have this truth, we have the understanding of the promises. Okay, and literally, if we endure, we have a crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. All right, well, that's the elect, the pillars, the first fruits, the governing body, the joint heirs. All right. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. And let me end off on this, and this is the crowning ceremony, because again, you know, this is what we have to look forward to, and this is what has to be replaying through our mind. You know, well, all the scriptures in general have to be playing through our mind, especially when you know, this hell starts to be turned up, so to speak. All right. 2 Ezra 2:42, it says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And this is the vision that Ezra has seen, you know, of the elect, the crowning ceremony. After that salvation, getting through it, standing firm. It says, in the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly, which is Yahushua. So I asked the angel, says, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Now are they crowned and receive palms. All right, which is ultimately what? The establishment of the second covenant after the beaming up. Okay, those new bodies. All right, which what Jeremiah the 31st chapter, Hebrews the 8th chapter, And also 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter tells you about those new bodies. All right, which is also a promise. All right. It says, verse 46, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. All right. And again, I read this because, Lord's will, we be of this number. All right. Lord's will, Ezra was watching us and seeing us stand stiffly. All right. But we have to keep that in mind and pray that the Lord continues to be with us. All right. That the Lord gives us the strength to endure. All right. And that, we pass the test. Because ultimately that great honor is coming. All right. It says, then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people that what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. All right. So, again, our redemption draws nigh. We have to go through it. We have to fight. We have to endure unto the end, ultimately to be saved. All right. But we have these scriptures to comfort us. All right. And we have the Lord to be with us every step of the way. All right. We just have to believe that. All right. But yeah, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and above all.